This is a quick tutorial on how I make my delicious, amazing pot roast. First I turn on the oven and start preheating it 350. That's the temperature you're going to keep it on the whole time. I'm searing my chuck roast a good 6 minutes on each side. As you can tell, I'm using a Dutch oven, and you want to get sear on it. Usually I sear it a little bit more than this on the other on each side, so it's gonna cook a little longer. Ingredients: red wine. I use this one from Holland House. It's amazing. Red cooking wine. Cooking wine. I buy onions. Usually buy these already chopped, so I don't have to mess with it and stink myself. Beef broth, more than likely I'll show you how much I use. Is fill it up. Anyway, how to use the whole thing. Mushrooms, baby bella mushrooms, delicious. Garlic, carrots. I leave those whole, by the way. They stay like that intact. I got these little baby red potatoes. And then I got the small potatoes, in which I cut in half. My meat is still searing. And don't forget to sprinkle some olive oil on that pot before, and heat it up nice and hot before you put your meat in. I have a plate because as soon as I finish getting nice and brown, I'm taking it out. It's not cooked. I'm taking it out until I go ahead and start mixing and cooking my other ingredients. What I did before I actually put my meat in there was I seasoned it up a little bit with some kosher salt and some black pepper. Very simple. Not too much, just enough to sprinkle some on there. And trust me, that is all the salt and pepper you're going to need as far as your meat goes. It's getting a nice sear. So we got a beautiful sear going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out and place it on its plate to rest for a second. You see all that? That's all going to come out when you put your red wine. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more olive oil in there because I don't want my onions to burn. And I'm going to start what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to caramelize them. And I don't put the garlic in until I've gotten these a little bit coated. And I do these for about 2 minutes. And and if you doubt yourself as far as, set your timer. Don't keep them high, put them on low, because you don't want to burn them. You were just trying to get a good sear on that meat. Look how beautiful. Sometimes what I do is I'll take a little pinch, very tiny pinch of salt, and I'll just throw it in there just to kind of get the onion sweaty a little bit more. Look how beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. So I like using this. I really like using this. You get this at Walmart. I always give it a good shake. And Oh, these are looking so pretty. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to squirt about 3 pumps of this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because they normally would use more garlic, right? So 3 good squirts for me is like 6 good garlic heads. The timer is going off, so let me add just 30 seconds to this timer. See that? And I'm sorry I'm keeping this time running, but I want you to get the idea. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour my red wine in there. And just mix it. As I'm mixing it, I'm kind of scraping that good old juice from the beef. And it actually comes off really, really quick as soon as you put the alcohol in. And not to take up too much video time, what I'm going to go ahead and do in about a minute here is I'm putting my mushrooms in and then my meat on top of that. I just put my mushrooms in. We're not big mushrooms eaters in this house, so if you like it, you throw it all in. If not, whatever you like. But you know, the recipe that I did from the beginning years ago always called for mushrooms, and you know what? I follow recipes when they're that good, because this recipe never fails. On top of that, I'm going to put my meat. So I have my meat. To that, I'm just going to go ahead and start putting in all my veggies. Got my carrots, got my potatoes, and my baby reds. I'm going to put my beef broth now. And you know, sometimes these recipes, they call for you to turn the meat in the middle of that timing. I don't flip it. I just kind of feel it to kind of know that I'm going to have plenty of juice in there to cook and that it won't dry out. And you're really looking at the whole bottle. And to this, I'll just add these juices, a little flavoring. And I'll take a pinch of the kosher salt, just to kind of, trust me, you don't need a lot. You need a little pinch always on this recipe. Don't forget that the beef broth has its own sodium. You don't want too much sodium. You don't want your food tasting too salty, you'll ruin. Okay, so I am putting the lid on this, and this is ready for the oven now. So we're cooking this at 350 for 3.5 hours, and I will see you then. So I just pulled it out the oven, and this is what you're looking at. And that is with the whole thing of juice. See, there's juice down there. Trying to get a, see that? And there you go, my pot roast.